really fast for you all, given the number of games in such a short period of time. Hostile environment tonight, obviously, really good team. What have you what do you guys learned as a group about just the togetherness required in these types of moments?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, big games, ones on TV. There's a lot just kind of going into it. But whatever. When we have the understanding as a team that everybody inside of our program are the people that we need to be worried about, just focus on ourselves, making sure that we're getting better game in and game out, night in, night out. That's when we're at our best. So we've learned that together in game, outside of the games, practice, all of that, we push ourselves and we're better. When we're focused on ourselves.
Yeah.
Aaron, the other night after the Boston game, Mark was just saying that Boston, with their experience, all the hardships Boston went through, that they're an actualized team, and that you guys are still trying to forge yourselves to be, your final version. Like, where along that process do you feel like you guys are right now?
I'm not in a position to kind of say where we are right now. I don't know what our finalized looks like, but I think we're in a good position. I think we're on our way to the goal that we ultimately have and where we want to be. But Boston obviously has won a championship. They've done it. So they're a team that understands what it takes, and they're a team that kind of has every piece that's like necessary to win. So I think we're on our way and we're in a good position. But I couldn't tell you where I think we are right now.
I guess along those lines, like, to be such a young team, but be 30-5, have all the success over the past year and a half, like, is there a point where you might feel like your experiences are enough to go be that kind of team?
I could say that we have the dreams and we want to get to that point, but it's the regular season. You know what I'm saying? So we're 35 games in and we've got 50 more to go. So it's still a work in progress and something that we got to kind of continue to focus on night in and night out. But obviously with our youth and experience, I think that there's a number of things that kind of just pour into the opportunity that we kind of have in front of us.
You've been shooting the lights out lately. What goes into that shooting touch you rate? Knock on wood.
Yeah.
You brought it to Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, just confidence. My teammates having confidence in me. Finding good shots, continuing to just play aggressive. With and without the ball, finding opportunities. So.
Hi. Anything else?
Yeah. What jumps out at you most about the Cavs and the challenges they present?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a well-rounded team. They've got guys off the bench who are really good players also. They've got great size. They play fast. Just a number of different, play styles within their organization. So, really good team, and we've got to, be focused coming into the night.
How do you think your number one defense matches up against their number one offense?
I think our defense can match up against a lot of teams in the NBA, and tonight will be a test to see where we stand. So.
Is there anybody when you're looking at the Cavs, and you guys have been very impressive, they've been very impressive. Anyone who's really stood out as maybe surprising you with what they're doing this season?
No.
Individual?
No individual. Everybody on my team, I think everybody kind of expects to be, as good as they've been this season, and obviously for the Cavs, really talented group. I mean, they got a great group of guys. So nobody that is outplaying, kind of what's expected of them, I don't think.
And to go from that last homestand, that sort of crazy 5 games with some of those juggernaut teams, to go to this East Coast trip, we'll come to the travel and see the Knicks again, see this team tonight. Just where does that rank among stretches that have tested you in your career?
It's a good stretch. It's a really good stretch. Great teams that we've had at home and going into this trip also. So I don't know where it ranks. It might rank top 2, like number 1, number 2, but it's a really big stretch for us. So we got to continue to just lock in, focus, and take care of business.
There's a lot of history tied up in this game with winning streaks and records. Does this feel like another regular season game, or does it have a special feel?
Feels like another regular season game. I'm not sure how to describe what would differentiate the feeling between a regular season game and maybe the playoffs. But it feels like a regular season game. We're on a road trip. We're going to another city after this, so definitely still has that same feeling, and we're going to have the same approach.
In terms of that stretch, how much is iron sharpening iron and helping build habits for
2-3 months down the road?
Yeah, a lot of that is. I mean, obviously these are really good, challenges for us, opportunities for us to see where we stand against some of the, best teams in the league. So, just kind of gives us an opportunity, like you said, to sharpen ourselves and get prepared for, the rest of the season and hopefully postseason.
And when like when we point out the stuff that makes a game like tonight special, maybe that's just for us that you guys don't see that. But I mean, a game like tonight with all the ramifications there, a game like Boston, like what does that take for you guys to just say it feels like another regular season game?
Just knowing that after this game we're getting on a flight. I think it's so much different. When you're not in the regular season, staying in the same city. There's just a lot that kind of goes into it that's different. But we don't pay attention to a lot of the things that are kind of poured into the game going into the night outside of our game plan, the way we want to play, and how we're going to match up against the other teams. So.
Thunder here in Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers and start this 4-game East Coast road swing. I've got Aaron Wiggins here alongside me. And Aaron, you all have done a great job of just staying poised, staying composed, regardless of the circumstances. You've had a million games thrown at you guys here recently. What's been the key to you all kind of getting the mental, physical, emotional energy to get back up and be ready for the next 48 minutes that you've got to play?
Yeah, I mean, this is a game that we love. We all, as individuals, love to compete, and we enjoy, just the competitive nature of the NBA. So every day being able to wake up and play the game that we love is one thing. And these are great teams. These are games you want to play in. These are games that you kind of live for. So we're excited just to be able to, compete against great teams night in and night out.
You guys have really flexed the depth of this team. It just seems like every night there's somebody who comes in and delivers a big jolt of energy that changes the nature of the game. What does that feel like within this group to know that it could be anybody's night on any night?
Yeah, I mean, that's a super fun thing to kind of have when you have a really deep group, guys who are capable of, going off for a large amount every single night. It just kind of goes to show how good of a team we can be, and it's exciting to be a part of.
You guys have this Cleveland squad who's 31-4 this season. They've got two main engines of their offense if you think about Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. What's some keys as you all try to defend this team, especially when they're both on the floor and able to kind of play off each other?
Yeah, I mean, I think their pace is something that they kind of use as an advantage, and we've got to be kind of just keyed in on trying not to play to their pace and kind of try to be in control of the game. That's one of our biggest things.
You all have so much experience now going up against teams like them that have two 7-foot type players that they keep on the floor at the same time. What have you noticed about some previous situations that you can do to execute against that group?
Yeah, I mean, they've obviously got great size inside the perimeter. We just got to play tough, physicality. We got to have that early from the get-go, and just try to impose our will. Be aggressive offensively when we can take advantage of one of those guys, and then on the defensive end, making sure we're being physical early.
Mark Daigneault mentioned that word physicality that you described in terms of the second half against Boston when you hold them to only 27 points. He said the physicality really matched up to the level that you all know that you can get to. What does that actually look like on the floor? Is it playing with your chest? Is it moving your feet? Defensive positioning? Like what goes into the physicality?
Yeah, I think it's just not allowing them to be comfortable, not allowing them to get in their play sets, not allowing them to kind of cut and find open shots without kind of making them feel you. Whether that's chesting, one-on-one individual defense, fighting a post up, or getting through ball screens. I think it's a number of things that that kind of goes into.
All right, Aaron, thank you very much. Good luck out there tonight. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, there's Aaron Wiggins. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.